I'd just take it. That is a very, very nice opening for Game Agents. They take it 1-0. And with that pistol round, we're going to see how many pistol rounds have Game Agents won, actually. It must have been... I think I haven't seen them lose one yet, right? I think they lost one on Vertigo. It's the second pistol round.
Yes.
So that's 4 out of 5 pistol rounds. That's really impressive.
I think so, yeah. I believe so. But, I mean, the games are not won solely by pistol rounds. As, right now, they do have themselves a 1-0 lead, but these Deagles for the Grazhtas side might be able to find some cheeky damage through here. And maybe even around. But they've not gone for the full force by the Grazhtas side. They've not done what you usually do on the second round on the T side in getting those, like, sort of better weapons through. And, well, with Kvik finding an opening onto Smek, Sound, oh, he's not checked the corner. Butters is there. Butters might be able to find a quick kill on towards Sound here. Oh, but they actually gives himself up, and yeah, Sound's going to be able to get a second. Butters is going to be ruining the fact that he maybe didn't peek out of that corner when he was sort of had an inkling to. Would have found the player in the back, but it doesn't maybe don't matter as Grazhtas, they're just finding all the kills with the Deagles.
Wow.
It's all falling apart for the Game Agents here. It's just Mark, a 1 versus 3. Maybe he can find something back. But he does get the first onto Kvik. So maybe there's chance still as he actually forces Pound off the plant there. Got out where both these players now are. He can plan accordingly as he does a little bit of damage towards Matty through the boxes. He's just trying to buy as much time as possible, and he will take down Pound. And that's the bomb drop forwards. Mark, he knows he can win this one now as it's just Matty 1 versus 1 against him. 4 seconds on the clock. He's not gone for the bomb plant. He has to find the kill, Matty. Can't do it, and Game Agents, they'll win it out. Mark with a lovely 1 versus 3. And Matty even dying after time leaves him with no cash.
That was insane by Game Agents in the terms of to go from Grazhtas to do so well with those Deagles, and then from Game Agents to bring it back. Mark's, that was an insane clutch by him, and honestly, Mark is one of the more supporting players. You know, he isn't known for his outstanding plays like that, unlike Regali or Rene, so that's really, really well played by him to actually rise to the mantle there.
Yeah, and the only issue is obviously Matty now left with a deal. They did great economic damage towards Game Agents, but with Matty now left on just a deal in this one because he died after time, maybe should have just tried to pull back instead of going so aggressive to try and find that kill. Really wanting to win the round out, but now he's just been absolutely obliterated by an MP9 close range.
Smek's gone aggressive as well towards ramp, and this flank could be very, very effective. As Regali, he needs to be wary of this player from Palace. He'll spot the initial contact, he'll then spot the player towards Palace, drop that nade, back away. Let's see what Smek can get done. As the plant goes through, Kvik, he's wary of the player towards ramp, swinging wide, and he'll actually be able to find Smek. So Grazhtas, this buy is looking really, really strong for them.
Especially I mean, what we saw... We saw what they were able to do last round, in fairness, but this one's a different beast against fully armoured, fully weaponized players. So Rennie finds a kill. Actually, second in the round, the only 2 that Game Agents have been able to find, and we'll try and just save this M4. But actually, look at the positioning right now, as JL's going to be coming through the apartments behind him, and I'm not sure if Rennie actually heard those steps, but he's going to be looking for the player as JL might just take the peek around the corner. Will actually get his head blown off. And Rennie upgrades to an AK-47, really doesn't want to go down here. Wants to keep that weapon alive as Grazhtas will only survive with 2 players. But a round win goes their way, and the first on the board for them. Nice shot from Pound there through the smoke.
That was a lovely little opening. And for Game Agents, their buy, it's actually not that good, all things considered. I would expect it to be a lot better, considering how well that last round went. But for Grazhtas, this should be a formality for them at this point. Push comes down towards lower, but Mark is actually able to find Kvik. JL, he's able to trade, but with that molly going down from Prona, I think he's well aware Mark is going to be the man to watch out for. We actually just got word as well, Mark's the IGL, so that clutch just comes in even better.
Leading by example, you could say.
Yeah. And with Regali using that CZ to its full effects, you can see that bomb making its way towards the A site. Let's see how Game Agents do. 2 versus 2. Butters and Prona, the players to watch out for as they look to flash in towards CT, get that plant down, and then go from there. Way down towards default. Going to force Prona out of position. Instead, he'll just choose to smoke it. Push comes through. Prona spotted. Prona found. It's all down to Butters. His location known. Lining them up. A lovely little 2K. And with that, Grazhtas, they'll make it 2-2. Nice little opening from them. And little rebuttal to that first 2 rounds found by Game Agents.
Good work. I mean, not many players staying alive, so Grazhtas haven't been able to build up really any economy, but this is their chance to do so here. Against just a couple upgraded pistols, JL gets the opening frag, a nice opening frag with that up. And Natty, does he spot them up on Palace? He does now, gets the first, but his teammate actually falls to Sound, who's been able to pick up an AK, and please, just they need to win this out cleanly, Grazhtas. It is just Regali left, but a second kill goes his way. Or another kill goes his way, and a third in the round for the Game Agent side. So Grazhtas again, just against pistols, unarmored pistols. They lose 3 players, and they're having to rebuy a lot here. So they don't build up any economy whatsoever.
Both teams have been really, really good with that. Just doing damage without, even on the rounds they lose. And we're going to see it again now. Like, even though there's full utility on either, well, mainly on Grazhtas, neither side has any money whatsoever. It really is a slaughter right now. You said it would be a bloodbath before even the map 1, and this is really the demonstration of it. Grazhtas 3-player stack towards Palace, 2 out from ramp. It's going to be a standard A execution, set piece to go down. Smek from Sandwich, he's the man to go huge. Let's see if he's able to do so. Mollies go down, set piece goes down. Regali finding Butters to kick things off. It's trade either way. Regali finding one more. Matty actually deleting Smek before he's able to commit too heavily. And it's going to be Regali continuing to just do damage. He's being spammed down, turns his attention away. Matty able to find a little 1-2. There's too much room to hold as JL will find Rennie. We're going to find a 2 versus 2 ahead. Mark finding 1. Both players on very low HP between Mark and Matty. If you sound on JL, the players to watch out for. Flash goes down towards there. Swing goes wide. JL leading that charge. Lovely shot onto Mark. Did he spot Sound? He may not have right now. 1 versus 2. What does Sound have in store for us?
Definitely heard a player on the site, but still think this is the player close, and that will be the death of him. As Matty's up finishes him off with the smoke phase. It is a 4 for Grazhtas, but once again, I'll keep harping on about it. 2 players only alive at the end of the round there for Grazhtas. Means that there's just no economy building up for them. That these rounds are so damn close, and we do have some replays of the game so far here. Some of the shots that have come through. Grazhtas, they need to, obviously now they've beat off that full buy once again. Keeping only 2 players alive on a full buy isn't the end of the world. It's when it's happening against these low buys as well, like this round, an example on the replay. The Game Agents were able to find 3 kills with the low buy, and it just doesn't allow Grazhtas to build up any sort of bank behind them, bank behind them. So yeah, they have 4 in a row now, but you can see, I mean, only Pone and Butters really have any cash behind them. And Pone hasn't even bought up yet, so never mind. He doesn't even have any cash behind him either.
Let's see just what Game Agents are able to do. You know, with these deals, they've done a substantial amount of damage. Question is just how much are they able to do from there, as it's looking difficult for them, all things considered. But I'm sure they're going to be able to pull ahead just that bit further. As Kivik will make his way forward from perhaps looking to catch out Rennie. Can he do so? He's got teammates in mid ready to come up short if needs be. But contact made on either side, and by some miracle, Rennie's actually able to win that aim duel. Grazhtas now with players towards mid. There's 1 outside A. I think their only real commitment is towards the A site right now. They can't risk going towards B again. As Sound, the man in connector, the man who has to go huge right now, and huge he does. He finds 1 of the trades there. Regali now in the joint stairs, but Prona there to delete him. 3 versus 3. Matty from behind to find Smek, and Mark is the man to watch out for. The IGL of Game Agents. Can he find some players? Flash goes out. He's able to find one, not quite the second. Rene, with only 4 HP, has to try and find 2 of these players.
And this, yeah, there we go. I was going to say, this is not going to go his way, but once again, you know what I'm going to say, Kremer?
Damage.
Do you know? Yeah, 2 players alive for the Grazhtas side, and it's just not... I mean, yeah, they're picking up the rounds, and fair enough, but it's all it takes is 1 round from Game Agents here just to send their economy on, just down to the depths of the Mariana Trench.
It's pretty deep.
There's just none of it. Yeah, that is pretty deep. Actually, it may have been a bit too deep, actually. But
Did you want to find something a bit less deep to kind of compare it to?
yeah, as deep as I don't know.
Pothole on the M25.
Sure. I mean, that's not very deep, to be honest, but we'll go with it. They're bloody annoying, though, so I guess that comparison works.
Like, economy is going down to a pothole on the M25. Without further ado, for Grazhtas, they're going to set up for a standard execution towards A as those smokes go down. It's going to be a set piece to follow. Let's see what Game Agents have in store for us, because Smeki's holding close to this smoke. His location is known, as he did try to go aggressive in ramp earlier. That nade actually does a fair bit as well from his team. Sound finding one from Palace. The little bait and switch works admirably. The lamp flash goes out, though. Now the players start moving forward. Matty aggressing through towards jungle, but Mark, it looks like he's wary of it. Matty accidentally jumping as well. How well known is it? Very well known. Sound able to find him. More flashes ringing on out the 3 remaining players of Grazhtas. 30 seconds left on the clock. They'll start moving on forward. Butter's able to find one, but Regali and Sound, they strike in turn. JL, the last member for Grazhtas. He's got 4 players to find, switching to that Deagle, swinging wide, and I don't think Regali is even going to give him even going to humour his swing right now. With the steal, he'll be forced back on away. And with that round loss, Grazhtas' economy, it goes down to the depths of a pothole on the M25.
Yep, it's happened. This is what I've been harping on about for the last few rounds. Yeah, I mean, obviously JL saving that up does help out massively, but you can see Matty's the only person who can buy up. The rest of the team will get a combination of pistols and SMGs by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Actually, not even an SMG. I thought Pound might go for an SMG. Instead, he just gets the Tech 9 up as well. Surprised he didn't buy more utility. Well, that's sad. As Kvik...
Tell you what, this is actually working for them.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. Regali, though, unsure. Oh, bait it out. Pound, he gets the first, but Mark is quick on the trade. Doesn't expect them that close, and JL just absolutely annihilates Mark there, takes his head off, sends him to another dimension, and now it's up to Smek. A 1 versus 3. He's already found JL, looking for 2 more. There goes Butters, and he knows Matty's around there somewhere, looking for the shot, trying to find a dance with death, and he runs out of ammo in the M4. It's going to let him down. Matty wins out the spray duel and will put the Grazhtas back on the warpath. But again, 1 player surviving, not enough.
And it's just a broken economy versus broken economy. I think we've seen more rounds with Deagles than we have with anything else this game. What a shot from JL as well there to open things up. But it's just it's another leg shot actually from GL. And I was like, it's just a poor start from either side. Not because of round count, but because they just haven't been able to get the economy to give them any form of safety.
Yeah. So obviously they have obviously the weapons saved, but a few RKs and an MAC-10 around it. Not the best to have a MAC-10, but you can still find something with that. You can play a little bit more aggressive with that MAC-10. Maybe try and find an opening, as they do actually get Butters with that weapon in towards the window room, hoping to maybe catch a CT off guard. But right now, no Game Agents players are going to be ripe for the pickings as Smek. He's done this before. He'll do it again. He's going to look aggressive towards the A ramp.
Regali towards stairs right now, or watching stairs from Ticket, is going to be the man to watch out for. Kivik dropping that molly, and there you have it. Regali from CT striking onto Prona. Matty already in firebox. Gonna catch out regardless. He tries to back away. Smek, the man in ramp. He's been there before. It didn't really work out for him. Can he do it again? Shifting on forward. Looking to catch out the odd man, but with the bomb coming behind him, 30 seconds on the clock. If he just stays alive, he's actually going to be in such a good position. As you say that, he's going to take down Kivik as well. JL and Butters, the men to watch out for. Butters, he chooses to go from Palace. He realizes he doesn't even want to fight him. As contact goes down, nade goes through. JL, but they're going to be dinked on down. By some miracle, Smek's able to stay alive for that long. As JL now, with only 13 HP, is going to go and try and plant. He's able to do so. Rene to find him. Butters now 1 versus 2. Can he do so? Unable to find the first. Rene to find him. And Game Agents, by the grace of Smek's time buying, we're going to see a 4th round secured for them.
Yeah, and well, Grazhtas, no economy for them. Depths of a pothole.
It's not just any pothole, Dan. It's a pothole on the M25.
True, they are the very special type of pothole.
Well known being the worst potholes in the UK. Please don't listen to anything we say. We'll take it as facts. Cause...
I've had a very long day.
We get into the end. Mark, he's able to find Matty to kick things off. JL again trading onto Smek, and once more, these Deagles, it's just so often we see them do so much damage that this is why it's so difficult for any team to establish themselves. Kivik finding Regali. Sound if he's caught off and connected, this could potentially be a round loss for Game Agents. As he's able to find Butters, the trade's there. JL uses the Deagle even though he has an M4. As Kivik switching to that AWP himself, Backyun away. 2 versus 2 now for Game Agents. Rene able to find Kivik, and with that, it will fall down to Prona. But once again, I know what you're going to say. It's the economy. It's the damage. Only 1 man left alive. Falling down to just 1 HP.
1 HP.
Yeah. Game Agents, they try to ease things forwards, looking to tie it up. As for Grazhtas, they're going to maintain their little 6th there, but they finally go on to a semi-decent buy.
Guns out for both teams. Butters is left with just a Galil for his side, but 4 AKs to support it. In Game Agents, they get a full buy-up as well. They're up for Regali, the big hit piece, but it's Sound who gets the opening kill, left with 1 HP. Left with no HP as Butters' nade chases him down like an angry dog. And it is going to be 1 for 1 there. Initially, it favoured Game Agents, and now it's favouring Grazhtas as Mark, he's pushed aggressive in towards the apartments. Rennie will try and follow suit, but their bodies will sit collapsed together against the window. And, well, Grazhtas, they've got the B bomb site, they don't have the bomb, though. And, well, that's something they want to go and pick up, because you do need that if you want to attack a bomb site, generally.
I tell you what, it looks like Grazhtas are playing this like a team deathmatch with JL in window. Regali now the lone man, shifting on forward lanes, catch out the odd member. Will he be spotted? No, he won't. JL's to take him down. For Grazhtas, it's going to be a 7-5 lead, and he's looking really, really good for them.
3 players staying alive in that one. Woohoo! I believe that's the first time Grazhtas have had 3 players alive at the end of a round.
Yeah, this is
or at least 3
maybe a
players.
Chance. Maybe a chance to bring forward some economy. I'll say that actually, there's only 1 person with any economy whatsoever. Butters will find Smek, JL finding Regali, and you're right. Now we're starting to see a bit more convincing rounds from Grazhtas. I think they found the winning formula. It falls down to Mark, the lone man, the IGL of Game Agents, who's had a fairly good game, all things considered. As he'll make his way forward from window, not catching out any of these members. No one to be caught out just yet. Butters to find him, and that's a flawless round from Grazhtas. 8-5 they lead, and they cement a victory in the first half.
Yep, 2 rounds left to play for in this first half now. Nice opening from Butters as well, completely blinded, always the best types to get. And I wonder what kind of butter he is. What kind of butter man he is. I mean, do you reckon he's a Flora kind of guy?
I
Or
think
does he
he's
go
I
for
can't believe
the?
it's not butter.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's a fake butter.
Yeah.
Margarine.
So what other butter brands are there in the UK? Is it Hovis? They do butter, don't they?
They're bread.
They do butter as well, don't they?
Probably, but Butters does grilled mark as. I mean, that's not a treat. That's not a meal I'd like to indulge in, but it has secured them a 4-on-2, which has now turned into a 2-on-2 with a couple kills coming through. Regardless of the last player alive, they should just dive over towards the B site. Why aren't they diving towards the B site? They know Regali's here, but okay, they just want to kill him. Fair enough. Grazhtas with a 9th.
I tell you what, there was actually a big mistake I made with this game, which is I was trying to refer to Hovis as a butter brand. It's actually Anchor I was thinking about, and so for that I do formally apologise. Anchor was the butter I was thinking about.
Yeah. And now I've got that Hovis song stuck in my head. We all love Hovis. The taste is so fine. Yeah, we all
Please don't. There's
love
400
Hovis.
people watching who are all going to have this stuck in their head as well. So.
I will make you mine.
Final round of the half.
So long.
Well, now it's stuck in my head as well, so thanks for that. Final round of the half. Prona, he'll open it up, finding sound. Matty's able to take down Smeg. A bit of a response from Mark through window, but it's still a man disadvantage to, well, I say that's Game Agents. Mark is going to dive out like that. Tries to bring it back in their favour, but eventually he'll fall. Yeah. Regali about to be caught out a window as well.
I've seen in my life.
He's having a moment. I think he panics a little bit there. Matty's to execute him. Rennie, the last member. 1 versus 3. Can he get it done? We'll see.
No.
Just no.
No, he won't get it done.
I've got faith. I reckon he can do it.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm a man of few words, but then I realised I do commentary for a living. And
it would make your job fairly difficult.
Yes, it would. But Grazhtas, they live up to my few words, and it is going to be a 10th for them, and a very strong first half here. You still feeling confident for your prediction?
I'm gonna stick by it. Considering my prediction was 16-7.
That's not what I asked.
That ship has sailed. But I can see it. I can see it being a 2. I reckon Game Agents have a solid D side.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna double down on these guys. I reckon they got this.
Okay. I mean, I'm feeling very confident about the. I can't remember. Was it 16-12 or something I said?
You said 16-13.
16-13, okay. Either way, a strong lead for Grazhtas early on in the game. They lead after the first half, and they're looking to lead even further, as it's just quick shots coming through on the USPs as they do find 11th, and, well, things are going to spiral out of control here for Game Agents if they're not able to respond back quickly. No bomb plant either.
Potentially, and without a bomb plant, it means that we might just see a straight eco. For Grazhtas, they stacked that B site perfectly. It worked admirably, and now on the full take, it's going to look fairly difficult for Game Agents, because, I mean, what can you hope to get done? We've got that AUG in the hands of JL towards window, and with them being so passive, it's just going to be a chance for him to farm some economy. Towards under, he'll actually find 1, not quite a second, actually, maybe getting a bit too aggressive as Rennie is there to punish him. Lone players from Game Agents making their way out from ramp, spotted by Prona, executed by Prona with the assistance of Kivik. Rennie, the last man, and I can't see him doing much here.
He's gotten a kill already. They know he was last situated towards underground. It's likely he works his way through the house, and he has done, and Matty is waiting for him. So is his 12 now for Grazhtas. A clean 12th as well. 4 players staying alive is exactly what you'd be asking for. I mean, in a perfect world, you'd want 5 alive, but it's not a perfect world. I think 4 is plenty good enough.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's see just how we do, as there'll be a push, a very fast push towards A. Sound finding Prona, Kivik there to trade. Kivik actually finding 1 more, probably twice the amount he was expecting. JL, Regali, and Smek all have a piece of the action, but doesn't As he going to have to get huge for Grazhtas right now. And actually, they've delayed any form of bomb plant. So Matty, his pure existence is going to be really difficult for game agents to try and counteract with. If they aggress at the right time, if Regali falls just before the rotation can come through from Smek, this may be a perfect chance for them.
Ooh. Big
That's
shot,
deadly.
though, for Regali. Now he's... Obviously, his position is pretty well known. He's trying to bait out to find where Matty is and has now done. That Molotov might be the death of Regali. It is not going to be.
Almost.
He survives with 1
Oh.
HP, and game agents with their gun round, they do get themselves on the board. So there's life still in them. They'll stop Grazhtas short of any more rounds for the time being, but I think, yeah, Grazhtas, they go for the full buy here, as much as they can muster up a couple M4s, a FAMAS, and a couple Deagleses. I mean, they didn't have much time to build up cash.
Let's see what they got in store for us, though. They contact Maiden. Grazhtas, now they're actually on a fairly poor buy. They're being a lot more quiet. It's Kivik the man to aggress, and with him aggressing, there's no one else to follow up. Mark deleting Kivik there. He got utterly destroyed. As we'll see what the response is from the rest of game agents. As they actually take a moment. They're so down. They're slow. They're methodical with their push. Even though they have a man advantage, they don't want to give Grazhtas an inch because they will just take a mile. Smek finds Matty trying to aggress. It looks a bit more in favour of the Romanian side.
Yeah, obviously game agents, they know that Grazhtas, they're going to probably try and go aggressive somewhere to try and find an equalizing kill or some sort of information. So they just post up, watch their angles, but now they will, with the 2-man advantage, hit towards this A site. Will anybody check out Firebox, though? Sound will spot out the first and does take down Pound. That's the Firebox flank gone. Leaving just Butters and JL, and Game Agent's probably going to be able to find 8 off the back of this round as well, because there won't be a buy up in the next round. Grazhtas will have to save. And JL, his mission right now, whether or not he chooses to accept it, is going to be just try and find some damage here. Which is not looking likely considering game agents that are all stacking over towards CT right now. And he's over at the ramp.
Yeah. Fairly solid round from game agents as well to have so many people left alive. It's actually just what they needed. Even though they are fairly behind, it makes this game just that bit closer. Grazhtas, off the back of this, are going to have to go down to an eco, and game agents, they start to farm some serious economy.
Yeah, 5 players alive there is definitely very nice. Good opening kills, and obviously that kill on towards the player Firebox, usually pivotal. Could have maybe done some serious damage from that position if left unchecked, but should be 8 here for game agents, and should be a bit of extra cash farming as well, as you mentioned, for the game agents side. That was the issue we saw for Grazhtas on the T side. They just, for a while, they weren't able to really find rounds with multiple people alive, or at least like 3 people alive. As Matty? Is that Sound is over by the ramp, isn't he? Yeah. I looked at the minimap and it looked like he just walked past.
Yeah, it looks like they were on top of each other for a second there,
palace.
didn't it?
Yeah. But actually, with that pistol, he's made his way behind. Regali does spot him out, and the Zeus for Butters in towards the ladder room. See if it's able to find any damage, but I don't know if anybody's going to be coming his way. As in Grazhtas, they're just trying to get sneaky with a positioning right now to try and find some damage, any sort of damage at all.
It's an early push towards mid from game agents. Once they've established their control, they do go quiet for a moment. Grazhtas, it's going to be the form of Kivik. He's actually just going to push all the way up towards Palace. He's got Prona under Balk, but Prona, his only hope is to maybe dink up 1 or 2 members. I can't see him doing anything short of that. He's actually able to find one. Something I wasn't expecting at all. Almost one more as well, as Regali almost falls. Going down to, yet again, 16 HP. I always see Regali on low HP. I don't know why. Kivik is mollied out of Palace. And once that plant goes down, it looks like it's going to be a solid round for game agents. An 8th round secured, and honestly, for Grazhtas, they knew it would be a 8th round for game agents. They just wanted to get this round over and done with. just so they can pull themselves into a full buy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're trying to find a bit of damage as well, but 1 kill found won't be enough. Just check the corner, not fully, gets taken down. Regali will be able to trade it out with just 16 points of health, and now it's Kvik last to fall. So 2 kills for Grazhtas, not too bad all in all, considering that the weapons that they brought into that round as now will go for the full buy. Regali spotting out that flank just in the nick of time there.
Now we hit a full buy from Grazhtas. Honestly, this is where they need to start finding some rounds. Or Game Agents, they're going to use this momentum to take the lead, because they lose this, Game Agents make it 9-10 after the force buy. And once you get that 11-12 territory, Game Agents, they are in prime position to just run away with the whole thing. It's going to be Game Agents again going for early control towards the mid. Grazhtas, they take a moment to just stagnate a little before they commit fully to it.
Yeah, Grazhtas. I mean, obviously, as you mentioned, if Game Agents are able to pick up this round, they are going to be able to make things mightily close and put Grazhtas under a lot of pressure. But Grazhtas, they still have these 4 rounds as a bit of a buffer to fall back on if they need to, if they're not able to get anything working straight away here. But certainly they'd like to try and extend their lead up just a little bit further once and more before the Game Agents are able to post too many rounds in, maybe before they're able to build up too much economy. So Grazhtas, if they're able just to pick up a round here, get themselves 13th and force Game Agents into a situation where their economy's starting to run dry, definitely be nice for them. But Grazhtas, they also need to worry about their own economy, obviously, because there is none in reserve right now.
Probably needs to go huge right now, but Regali gonna delete him there. As Kvik, he's spotted towards Sandwich, and just like that, Grazhtas, they lose any presence shown whatsoever. That is really, really scary.
Those were just dry peaks. Like, Game Agent is just out aiming the Grazhtas players there, and Mark finding a lot of damage on towards Matty, and he's actually going to get a double up, and he's going to deny any saving. JL, you're showing there. Regali finishes off the last kill, and if 5 players surviving for Game Agents, okay, this is scary now for Grazhtas.
This is scary, yeah, absolutely. This is seriously scary, something to watch out for.
Literally just winning these straight fights were the Game Agents players. There was literally no utility used to impede those 2 Grazhtas players that went down early on. And with just pistols in this round, it is going to be 10 for Game Agents. Unless by some miracle, Grazhtas were able to pick up this 4v5 with a couple Deagles, a USP, and a P250.
Push coming through, and honestly, it's just scary, all things considered, for Grazhtas, because even on these pistol rounds, when Game Agents were on that CT side, they were still doing damage. It's still a scary prospect to face, so let's watch out as... See, can he find Rennie? No, he can't. It's like Game Agents, they've warmed to their theme now. Now they're at the ready. They are more than just primed to just push forward into this.
A couple kills found. Mark in an awkward position where he's looking for the shots. He does a lot of damage towards Kvik, but can't find the killing blow as these last 2 CTs in towards the window. Kvik is going to jump out. I think he tried to use the pistol shot there to try and mask the drop. I mean, Mark definitely would have heard the second drop there, so... He's going to be looking in that direction now anyways. He's just holding towards the short position, towards Catwalk, making sure that Grazhtas aren't going to push any closer and try and salvage these weapons that may be lying around. Oh, Pounds definitely secured 1 weapon. Whether or not he can keep it alive is a different question that Regali will quickly answer. So 3 kills for Grazhtas there. Does limit the economy for Game Agents. It's going to deny it building up at all, really. And actually force more rebuys than they will save. So, I mean, it starts to limit the economy, but not enough to really impact Game Agents immediately here.
It's a kind of scary round for Grazhtas, because if they lose this, the force buy after it it's going to be really, really awkward for Game Agents because if Game Agents tie it up, Grazhtas are going to be in such a difficult position. Like I said awkward for Game Agents, I meant awkward for Grazhtas, simply because once the momentum goes in favor of Game Agents, I'd argue it already is, they're going to have to work so hard to pull it back to overtime. They've got Prona able to find one swinging back wide, but Smek's there to respond. Smek again onto a second. And now Smek is starting to wake up. Now Mark is starting to join him on that kind of top fragging area. We've got Rene able to strike, and Butters, he's just got 14 HP left. Just like that, at the click of a fingers, Game Agents just annihilate Grazhtas on that push towards A. Butters, the lone man, with flashes raining all around him. Saving is going to be the biggest difficulty of this round. They won't even get that. Rene shuts him down. Game Agents, they make it 11. The only thing going in favor of Grazhtas is that they have a massive loss bonus.
Huge. But, you know, obviously, $3,400 is not enough for a full buy. And they know that. They'll take a bit of a partial buy here, get a few deagles through to try and inflict some damage. And obviously, things getting a bit spooky scary for the Grazhtas side now, as in fitting with the Halloween theme. It's getting dangerous. Sounders watching towards the Palace, deals with JL early on. And that just provides a bit more security to Game Agents in this round to try and secure that 12th.
Things tied up. Let's see just how Grazhtas are able to do with these deagles, because we said it once, we'll say it again. Their strength came when they were getting damage done on that CT side. Now they're on that T side, sorry. Now they're on that CT side. They're just being decimated. And we look at the economy for Game Agents. It's flourishing because of this. We got Regali, who's almost maxed out. We got Mark on 11k, Rene on 8. And the players who have died, it doesn't matter. There's so much economy on the others. They can just reinvest after one another. Prona, the last man, stuck towards default. Sound going to fall to him, but I doubt they'll let Prona hold on to this AK, as Marquis is going to be ready on stairs to accompany anyone towards CT. Plant goes down. Regali to fall. Mark actually also to fall. And Prona, he's doing a bit of damage where he can, but he's still got players hunting him down. Smek coming up from CT will find him. It's tied up 12-12, and just like that, I think Game Agents actually have the momentum to take this.
I mean, nice shots there for Powner. Definitely at least limiting the Game Agents' economy a little bit, but at this point, it's too far gone. As you mentioned, Game Agents have a lot to work with, and now Grazhtas, almost everything is relying on this buy for them. They'll get the AWP for Kvik and AWP for JL, a few M4s to accompany it. We'll see if Game Agents are able to take this one and really just put a stop to any chance that Grazhtas have of winning this game, because this could be do or die right now for the Grazhtas side. That means there's a little bit of damage. I'm going to try pushing towards the B side. Smek pushing forwards in, has gotten the first kill, but Matty towards the back of the site gets himself a double, but he's burning in the Molotov and he has to swing out wide, but it is into Regali's crosshair, so a 3-on-3 retake. This is the best chance Grazhtas have had, and another kill goes their way. They're finding everything, and finally Grazhtas will pick up a round that isn't off the back of a pistol round on this
Is
CT
it too little,
side.
too late?
Not at all. I mean, I think if they can... Obviously, I was going to say if they can get a few consecutive rounds here, they stand a good chance, but obviously that'll be them basically getting into match points. So, I mean, definitely with a few players staying alive there, it builds a bit of confidence within Grazhtas. It's maybe not the sort of like the motivation that you may get from, for example, like one of your teammates getting a 1v3 clutch or something like that, but it just builds a bit of sort of confidence behind the players that feel like, okay, we can win these rounds out. We still are. It's not like they're miles behind or anything. They're around in the lead, and they're on the CT side, so they can definitely pull things out here. And obviously, that B site is where they win it out. Matty getting this double kill here does set things up nicely for Grazhtas. So the question for the Grazhtas side is whether they can do similar towards the A site now, where they've been having a lot of issues.
I think the reason that A site's been so difficult is because game agents, they're really strong in mid as well. So anytime they push towards A, Grazhtas has their attentions on two different places at once, and it's just so easy. Just go 1-2 off one another. It's just so difficult. And Grazhtas, now they have this one round. Could it be the momentum to give them, to allow them to close it out, or are we going to hit overtime? Because we had this conversation on Vertigo when it was tied up. Could it go to overtime? We had it on Dust 2 when it started getting close. Could it go to overtime? I think this is the closest to either map spin, though. And the kind of most realist possibility could be is a set piece towards A. The set piece goes out. Let's see how it fares, as it will be Matty to hold from Palace, finding Smek, ready for the assistance of Prona. The smokes are perfect, and it stagnates the push. All they have to do. Swing going wide, Sound finding Prona. Contact made, Sound finding yet one more as the response is perfect. Matty needs to go huge. He finds one, looks for more, makes it two. Looking to make it three, but it's marked to trade. 2 versus 2 for the safe site. Butters towards CT. He's got the accompaniment of Civic on shorts. Can it work? We'll have to see.
Nice shot from Kivik. Leaves Regalia 1v2, and this could be Grazhtas with a 14th here. And I mean, what's the game agent's economy like? They have quite a lot, to be fair. And he's not going to check the angle, and Grazhtas had his 14. They're starting to have a resurgence. I love what they did there. They moved Matty, who had a great round on the B site, over towards A. He gets himself a triple here as well. His teammate actually falls underneath, and none of the game agent's players realized that it was a different player that he killed compared to the first that got the kill. So Matty's able to swing and get a quick double from that as well. I think they assumed that Matty had pushed in towards the palace and was positioned inside rather than back on the wood. And it does cost
Game agents, they go into what has been working for them, their default. These standard executions, they just don't work. It just doesn't give them the quality they're after. As we'll see from Grazhtas, it's going to be a 14-12 lead. Now, 1 away from match points, and it's these kind of 1 round of damage, 2 actual 1 rounds from Grazhtas. That's what it's taken to break the economy of game agents. If they've got about 1 player with money, that being in the form of Mark, if they lose this, they might finally find themselves on a poor buy. And with Grazhtas hitting 15 at that same moment, it's going to be seriously detrimental.
Yeah, Mark, he has about 5k. He could buy himself and 1 more, I believe, with the 2400 that would come in. And if Bomb Plant gets come through as well, that would be even better with the $800. But right now, Regalia has been taken down early by JL, who can't find another. It's even trades as it goes into a 3-on-3, but Sound from the balcony will take down 1 more. It's going to be a 2v2 retake required towards this A site once more, but game agents, they have much better positioning compared to the last round. It's going to be Grazhtas quite far away from the site. Kvik with the AWP, who got 1 on that retake initially last time. Can he find more this time? He actually switches out to the M4 and he's left alone. Maybe just needs to save this weapon now. This round is surely going in game agent's favor. He has a kit though. Maybe he could do it. Yeah. If he finds this kill quickly. No, he's spotted out. This is time to bail. This is time to bail. He's going to go headlong into it and he's going to get caught. Why did he switch over to the AK there? What's the point?
That's suicidal at that point. Grazhtas, their lead is down to it's down to just 1 round, and as they go down to the Eagles, they're gonna have to sacrifice it.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice shots from game agents. Grazhtas, they'll allow game agents to try and get to 14. It's a bit of a stack towards A from the Grazhtas side with these pistols. It looks like they're going to try and push in towards a ramp. Sound spots the first, and I mean, the issue with that angle for the CTs is that, well, they spot the legs before you spot them. And, yeah, I mean, they do eventually get the trade, but it's already 2 players dead, and Vic left with 20 HP.
It's a bit quiet from both sides right now. Let's take a moment to just get a feel for one another. Grazhtas, I consider them at a 2-man disadvantage simply because of how low HP Kivik is. He's really got to be careful, and this could seriously play into his detriment if he's caught off guard. Usually, if you get caught off guard, it sucks, but you have that kind of 1 bullet grace to turn around and start firing. Kivik doesn't have that. He needs to be armed and ready. He's in Palace, so a bit of a comfortable position, but the real point of contact will be Butters. He needs to go huge. He finds one, looks for more. Can he find more? Spec the man to watch out for, only just damaging him, not killing him. And for Game Agents, this should cement a round for them.
Yeah. Grazhtas a bit awkward there in CT Sport. Not sure what they were trying to decide. Looked like they initially sort of wanted to go for it, but decide against it. They don't have a kit. And, I mean, free players are fine. It would have been very, very difficult. So, I think they play the right card here. They give the AK over to Pound to try and save that. Obviously, he has the higher HP, so it's more likely he's able to survive with that weapon. And Kvik will be a bit of an early warning system for him, just in case anybody pushes his way. But actually, they're going to be going through CT spawn while Kvik, he's going to be up on the catwalk. Pound towards Dark. Should be all right. I don't think they're going to get to him in time. As it will be 14-14. And now, oh, this is mightily close.
This is disgustingly close. Let's see what they have in store for us. Again, I think this could go to overtime. That, or it could be Grazhtas in favour. Or actually, Game Agent's favour, my apologies. Grazhtas, they lose this, they have no economy whatsoever. JL has a little bit, Prono has a bit, but nowhere near enough to fortify a team.
Yeah.
It's aggression from mid as well, from Kvik. He's alone right now. If he's caught off guard, he's going to be in ruins. Flash goes out. Swing goes wide. Smet going to take a bit of early damage from that nade. And with that, Kvik, he finds the first. The trade there by Mark instantly, though, as we find ourselves in a 4 versus 4.
Good instant reply from Game Angel. You thought for a moment Kvik might be able to get the second as well, but he will get shut down. And now this A site feels very vulnerable for the Grazhtas side, is what you're saying before. The mid control for Game Agents has been so great, and now they're going to crunch in towards this A site once again. Pound and JL, they've got a lot of work to do here. They need to try and find a couple kills to at least leave it in an even retake for the Grazhtas side for their teammates. But actually, JL, he's rotating away. This leaves Pound all in his lonesome, and now he is going to dart back. Mark is in towards mid, ready to cut off the rotations. 45 seconds on the clock. But Matty, he's found the player in mid. That's Mark going down. 40 seconds on the clock. Pound, he can't find anything. JL will. He keeps it in the advantage for Grazhtas as he spots out a couple more towards the sandwich position. His teammates will start rotating in. Matty towards stairs. The timer's running dry, and Smek, he's looking for shots, but Matty will get a huge turnaround from the Grazhtas side. It's just Regali, a 1 versus 3, looking for the shots, but JL, he will find Grazhtas 15, and Matty, huge kills. He only gets 2, but that kill towards mid and the follow-up as well, keeping himself alive, are just huge in the round. He's had such a strong CT side for this Grazhtas side, and can Game Agents force it to 15 now?
They've got to. They've got no other choice. They're facing series points. For Grazhtas, they just need to rinse and repeat. Game Agents, they go into the same default that they've been trying to get work for them for the last couple of rounds. It is a very mid-heavy one, but this time Grazhtas don't even want to fight them for it. They've got, I think that's JL, no, Kvik towards Connector. He's just going to play for info. Butters towards B as well. They'll just spam through, tagging up Mark early on, but it's just early control established for Grazhtas. Game Agents, eventually they go towards top mid, but it's Rene who's going to take damage at the expense of this, and this damage, it'll start adding on up if Game Agents aren't careful. They need a pick, and they need one soon.
Yeah, like, obviously with Mark and Rennie now down low, it makes it much easier for those rifles to connect, especially those M4s. As obviously they don't traditionally get the 1 bullet to the headshot against armored opponents, unlike the AKs. So having low HP on a couple plays means that those M4s, the balance of power shifts a little bit to favor the M4s a little bit more, as they have that higher fire rate. Especially when they can get the 1 bullet headshots. And oh, Mark,
what a nade.
That nade is huge, and they're going to find a follow-up as well. This hit towards B could be everything, but Matty, again, he'll stand up tall. He'll get a kill. He stays alive. He gets a second, and Matty, how fitting, will shut it down. He'll get a triple from the balcony and secure Grazhtas 60.